Hey, what's going on? Akash INTI, checking in for today. Walking alongside the road, which this is a new mode of transport. Well, it's not really a new mode of transportation. I've always had it, but it's a newer mode. I don't know. I've just been walking a lot more recently, so just recognizing that. Check it out. The old pool where I used to work at. That was about a decade ago. Wow, that's really crazy. Can't even imagine that. Like literally a decade ago, I was working at that pool as a lifeguard. And just to imagine that like a decade has gone by, whatever that means, right? It means 10 years for those of you who are uncertain or uninformed. On my side, man, I got back from Miami a little bit, last week? I've been pretty silent, I guess, as it relates to YouTube, largely because I've just been resting quite a bit. I think the past 2 or 3 days post Miami, I was just resting. Again, my feet were like bloody. I didn't sleep much while I was there. And so I rested, right? And that's what my body needed. That's what I needed. And yet at the same time, one of the biggest things that I can describe about coming back from Miami is I just felt shiny. That's the only way that I can describe it, really. In the sense of, I felt like I was doing me. I was being the things that I wanted to be, which was really, really cool to me, of actually living that out. I remember, so you guys probably know I study pickup, right? I study the pickup arts, and I've been studying it for quite some time now. I remember when I first saw VH1's The Pickup Artist. That was the first time that I was like, oh wow, this shit's really cool. I thought it was really, really cool, and I wanted to learn more about it and such. Fast forward through time, and it was kind of something I kept coming back to in one way, shape, or form as it related to what was it, or just practicing it a little bit more. But it wasn't really until post-college where I actually really, really started working with it more, and also working with a trainer, right? I mean, it's one thing to do something, right? To train martial arts, for example. It's one thing to train martial arts on your own. It's a whole other thing to train with a teacher, right? Same type of thing. You can only get so far on your own. And so, it was just, that was kind of, to some degree, a large part of the purpose of the trip itself was to practice that. And so it's just crazy to me. It's wild to me to see I remember, what was it, when I think I was in 7th grade, 8th grade. That must have meant I was 13 or 14, where I saw that on TV and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I want to do that one day. And then bam, being here today and to some degree, doing that, right? It's just really, really wild to me. The other thing is, obviously, I've continued up with studying martial arts, Ishin karate, and similar type of thing there, actually, if I really look back at it. Right, I remember, I think it was might have been an 04 Olympics. It was some type of, Summer Olympics. It might have been a Winter Olympics, but I think it was a Summer Olympics that I believe was actually held in Japan. So I'm sure if I really look back, I could find it. It might have been 2002. I don't know. Anyways, there was some type of Olympics that was held, and I saw the sport of judo on the TV. So I got a little brother you guys probably know about. He's 2 years younger than me. And I remember I was practicing with him judo, right? We would watch it on TV, and then I would just we would be doing it in our I guess it was the family room, or sometimes even my parents' bedroom, right? Where the TV set was, just in front of it. We were just I was imitating it. I was oh, this is really fun. I want to do this. Fast forward a couple decades down the road, bam! That's what I'm doing to some degree now, right? I'm practicing it. I'm working that art. And so it's just really, really interesting to me. It's poignant. I don't even know if poignant's the right word there, but it felt like it was the right word, so I'm just going to go with it. But I'm not advocating for the use of poignant in this particular way, though if it seems like it would fit, it might fit. But what I'm trying to say is, it's crazy to see, to me, it's wild to see that these are some of the things that I wanted to do back then, and for one reason or another, maybe I didn't, right? with the whole pickup thing, it's like, I don't know, right? How much are you going to be able to practice pickup in high school? I don't know. Same thing with karate, right? It was like my parents didn't really want me to do karate because you could get hurt. Maybe, I don't know. I actually don't know why they didn't want me to do it, but I didn't end up pursuing that for some reason. I don't think I verbalized my interest in it. Anyways, my whole point of this is that decades down the road, I'm starting to see some of those things that I was really interested in actually start to like manifest, right? And like become, or I become a part of them, right? These arts, what I've learned more and more is, and what I continue to learn really, is that at some point, the artist becomes the art. At some point, the human being who practices those principles, who practices that art, becomes an embodiment of it. And I'm excited to see what I continue to evolve into, right? Because there's certain arts, and sciences too, right? It's no different. But there's certain arts that the practitioner ends up becoming that and embodying it and being the essence, the living essence of it. And I'm so excited to see where I continue to take this. So that's what I got for today. Very interesting check-in while on the side of the road with about maybe a foot between. Check out this Tesla is like, bam, maybe about like 2 feet from me, right? Easily going like 50 miles an hour, maybe 40. I'll give it to him 40 because we are on a busy road and he should be going like 40. But anyways, should according to the law, right? But anyways, it's just so interesting, right? Like of this in life. The other thing, just random, is that like, so there's like a small little portion of the road. I'll show you. There's like not much portion of the road between the white line and like the gravel there. And so one of the things that I have a fear of, which I know I'm not alone, is the fear of heights. And so I just imagine to myself, I'm like, okay, just imagine that white line is just like the edge of a cliff and you're just walking. What would that be like? And obviously it's not, it's not, right? I have to imagine it. But maybe I'm going to get a little bit more, how would you say, comfortable with walking at larger heights. I don't know. That's what I got for today. Keep up, thrive, and stay sexy.